Welcome to the show. Well, this week we've got a car from the world's oldest car company and one from the world's newest car company, Tony.
Well, that's right, Ted. In the case of Saturn, we're going to have to be looking at a whole company, not just a car.
Yeah, it's a step forward in the right direction for Saturn, but what about this Mercedes that you drove?
Well, that's right. Mercedes' last S-Class was hailed best car in the world when it was launched 10 years ago. Things have changed dramatically in the car business since then, and Mercedes has introduced its latest flagship into an intensively competitive market. We tested a 500 SEL, which, with the V12 600, heads a range of large S-Class models that has been under development for over 5 years. The new 500 SEL is a big, brash, powerful car that's come in for its share of criticism, even in its native Germany. It certainly takes up a lot of road space, and its power plant is far from thrifty. Mercedes has done a good job with its sleek, sloping nose, but overall the car looks a tad on the bulky side. Having said that, it does have remarkable presence, just what owners like in this kind of car. As one might expect from the Stuttgart maker, styling is evolutionary, and even Mercedes owners don't seem to notice that sheet metal is all new. Bumpers are cleverly blended in, and the trunk lid has Mercedes' distinctive V profile that other manufacturers from Hyundai to BMW have unashamedly copied. Like so many Mercedes products over the years, the car's best features are to be found under the skin. The highlight is a mighty 5-litre 32-valve V8, developing an impressive 322 horsepower. It's as silky and flexible as an engine can get, except perhaps Mercedes' new V12. The V8 gives the big Merc surprising response, and it takes off like a sports car. The engine is mated to a 4-speed automatic, which has by far the best shift lever in the industry. Road holding is better than one might expect for such a big car. Big and heavy the SEL might be, but it blazes to 100 kilometers per hour in under 7 seconds. Fuel economy is in the all-round 14 litres per 100 kilometers range, and the car costs a hefty $124,000. Mercedes warranty is 4 years or 80,000 kilometers. Driving the car is quite an experience, and it takes some time to get used to all the equipment. For starters, a little pair of masts sprout from the rear deck when reverse is engaged to help you park the beast without bumping into anything. When the trunk is unlocked, a small chrome grab handle pops out, so you can open it easier. Close the trunk and the handle glides away to its hidey hole. The side windows are double glazed, just like the ones at home, to prevent fogging and insulate against noise. Front seats have 12-way power adjustment using a little seat-shaped gadget on the door. A 3-position memory system operates not only the seats, but all 3 rear-view mirrors and the tilting and telescoping steering wheel. Seats are large and comfortable, and rear passengers get even more room than the folks up front. Another reminder that cars like this are chauffeur-driven in many parts of the world are twin rear vanity mirrors. Instruments and controls, although laid out in slightly modified fashion, will not confuse anyone used to Mercedes products. Everything is in its familiar place. The 500 SEL has airbag passive restraint systems for both driver and front seat passenger. Mercedes has developed a new, more compact bag system, and as a result there is no reduction in glove box size and no bulky steering wheel. As one might expect, fit and finish is up to Mercedes' usual high standard of workmanship. This is a level of quality that all luxury car makers work towards. On the minus side, our car had a squeaky dash, and oddly the light switch did not illuminate at night. Lighting is also needed for the seatbelt slots, especially for passengers unfamiliar with the car. At one time, these cars stood almost alone in the market, but things are getting competitive out there. The new S-Class range squares off against the BMW 7 Series cars and the Audi V8. Also up there are the Lexus LS400 and Infiniti Q45, not to mention Jaguar's XJ6. The new Cadillacs look like being the best ever. Mercedes prices almost bring the Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit within range. Well, this is a wonderful car, Ted, and I have to give it a driving dollar value of a full tank.
Yeah, it looks like you fractured your arm there reaching for adjectives to describe this one.
Well, just a cycling accident. No cars have ever bitten me back.
Okay, this is a stunning achievement, no argument. It's a wonderful car. I mean, the fact that it'll go from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds is absolutely remarkable. I like everything about it, but we're up to $100,000 now with this car. It's far too expensive. I mean, who's got the money for this kind of a car?
The only thing I can say about that is that lots of people do have the money for it, not you and I.
We're in the middle of of a deep recession. There's a lot of people that are hard up for money, a lot of people out of work, and Mercedes comes out with one of the biggest cars they've ever made. Their timing stinks on this one.
Yeah, but don't forget the car was, they started working on it 6 or 7 years ago, and I agree to some extent it's really not a car for the times, and it's come for some criticism even in Europe over this one, as I mentioned in the film there. But I think that it remains a wonderful technical achievement, a magnificent automobile. Well, maybe it's not what we need right now.
In that regard, it's business as usual for Mercedes. Their cars are always extremely impressive when it comes to technology and gadgetry and all that sort of stuff. But this thing is loaded down with gadget, and what you're doing when you get up into this kind of price bracket is you're paying for odds and ends you don't need, like those little things, the pillars that pop up for backing the car up. Give me a break.
You're not a chauffeur with a very angry boss, I think. You know.
I do like the fact they've dropped the one windshield and gone to two. That one windshield, you remember that funny thing they used to have?
Well, that was tough on this particular large model. It works better on the smaller model. Don't forget, though, if you like a Mercedes, you can always buy a smaller Mercedes. You don't have to buy the big one. But this car has got every imaginable piece of technology. It may have too much, but as I say, you can always go down market.
It's the perfect car for Arab potentates and third world political leaders. But in this part of the world, Mercedes needs a reality check on this one, I think.
But I think that Mercedes has a reputation. The company's well over 100 years old. They need to produce something like this, and this is their flagship. Okay, let's sum up here. Things we didn't like, the light, some of the lighting in the cabin didn't light up at night, a bad point, and the dash squeaked a little bit. On the plus side, plenty of stuff. Wonderful engine and transmission, great quality, nothing better, and lots of features. Got an amber light this time. Service costs are very high with Mercedes. Driving dollar value, I've got to give this one a full tank. Ted, it probably is the best car in the world.
Maybe. It's a wonderful car, but the timing stinks. We'll be right back.